Bonjour Malta and Gozo, I'm Michael Caden. It's the 1st of February and here are some of the latest stories you should not miss. The European Commission has no further comment on Malta's new airline. A court has ordered the government to reveal David Walliams' Film Awards pay. More than 10,000 have recently applied for a Tallinja card, and the judge in the Steward's case has affirmed his recusal. The European Commission has refused further comment on Malta's new national airline, which it actually negotiated with the government.
Last weekend, NEWZ.mt revealed that there is data pooling with the old national airline, which has raised further doubts whether KM Malta Airlines is an entirely new carrier. NEWZ.mt understands that the GDPR-related issue is currently subject to a preliminary assessment by the Information and Data Protection Commissioner. Replying to our questions on the matter, the European Commission copied a statement it had already issued in October. The Commission takes note of the Maltese authorities' initiative to create a new air carrier which will be different from the existing carrier Air Malta. We have no further comment on the matter. On the GDPR aspect, the EC said it expected all companies active in the EU to fully comply with EU data protection rules and that it would not comment on individual cases. It remains unclear why Brussels, after negotiating plans for a new national airline with the government, chose to comment like an uninvolved third party, merely taking note of Malta's initiative. The government initially tried to get the Commission's approval for another round of state aid for Air Malta of almost 300 million euros. Last April it emerged that the EC would not approve state aid and that talks with Brussels would shift to discussing the launch of a new airline.
And NEWZ.mt has asked the Commission to detail its requirements for an airline supposedly different from the existing carrier, as negotiated with the government. I also asked the EC if and how it monitors the ongoing implementation of what was discussed behind closed doors. More than 10,000 individuals have recently applied for a Tallinja card, as its registration fee has been waived until the end of February.
The figure, referring to the applications received last week, was announced by Transport Minister Chris Bonnet on Wednesday. Tallinja card holders now also have free access to the harbour ferries Valletta Slima and Valletta Cospicua, as well as to the Upper Baraka lifts. Without announcing any concrete measures, the Transport Minister said the government would continue working to incentivize the use of public transport. Already a year ago, his predecessor Aaron Farrugia promised more dedicated bus lanes and further measures to make the bus system more reliable.
However, sources told NEWZ.mt they haven't heard anything about the implementation of such measures after several meetings between the ministry and stakeholders in 2023. Judge Giovanni Grixti has maintained his decision to recuse himself from the case on the recovery of public funds paid to Steward Healthcare.
Judge Grixti sharply criticized what he deemed an intimidating tone from the state advocate and the government. Grixti affirmed his recusal, again emphasizing the need to preserve impartiality, particularly in a case that could face international scrutiny. The case is an attempt by the Nationalist Party to get the court to order the state advocate to take action to recover public funds paid to Steward Healthcare. Judge Grixti recused himself last week, since his partner, a lawyer, had been appointed as a curator for Steward Healthcare in separate court proceedings. The state advocate then requested the judge to revoke his decision, claiming it didn't follow legal provisions. This court cannot but deplore the not-so-nice tone, which was quite intimidating, adopted by the state advocate, which was unfortunately embraced by the government, the judge said in his decree delivered on Wednesday.
And PN Justice spokesperson Carol Aquilina raised the issue in Parliament later on Wednesday. He called on Justice Minister Jonathan Attard to apologize for the intimidating language towards the judge. Attard refused to apologize and insisted he would not apologize for actions that he claimed sought to safeguard the rule of law. A court has ordered the Film Commission to reveal how much it paid British comedian and author David Walliams for presenting the lavish Malta Film Awards in January 2022.
A Freedom of Information request filed by the Daphne Caruana Galizia Foundation on the payments made to David Walliams was denied by the Malta Film Commission. The foundation then took the matter to the Information and Data Protection Commissioner, IDPC, who ruled in its favor. The IDPC did not agree with the Film Commission's argument that the requested documents were subject to professional privilege and that their disclosure would amount to breach of confidence. An attempt by the Film Commission to appeal the decision before the Data Protection Tribunal proved unsuccessful. The Film Commission then took the matter to a civil court asking for annulment and revocation. In a ruling handed down by Judge Lawrence Mintoff on Wednesday, the court rejected the Film Commission's second appeal. The court ordered the Commission to release the information, noting that the authority is duty-bound to reveal and explain how public funds are being spent.
Yeah, that's all for now. The weather today mainly cloudy and up to 16 degrees. Have a lovely day.